Let's see, smoked turkey?
Fried turkey.
How about smoke-fried turkey?
Fire it up.
Turkey time again, it's Great TV, and we are coming to you from the birthplace of American barbecue. With me, three-time South Carolina state champion, Jack Waybor. You can always get hold of him, send us great plates, jack@greattv.com. I'm Bill West with barbecuetricks.com, bill@greattv.com. Also, I got a new way we can share photos. Instagram or Twitter, #greatplates.
What a great idea, Bill. It is wonderful. It's a beautiful day here in South Carolina once again. I really enjoy when the winter months come around. We get a good opportunity to get out and grill. Sometimes when the dead of the heat comes around in the summertime, Bill, it's just too darn hot to barbecue. The weather's changing. It's a perfect time to barbecue.
I've selected for today's one beer and length show a Westbrook Brewing India Pale Ale.
Yummy.
They are canning, and this is a Mount Pleasant, Charleston-based microbrewery.
Can't wait.
I like
Cheers.
it. So, we've got a turkey here, and we've all heard of smoking turkeys. We've heard of frying turkeys. What's your idea?
We're going to Smo-Fry a turkey. That means we're going to smoke it for a little while, and then we're going to go ahead and fry it. I say we get right into it and start prepping this turkey up a little bit.
So if we're going to smoke it, we got to
get the smoker going, yeah.
Let me start some charcoal.
And while you're starting charcoal, I'm going to go ahead and take this turkey. I unwrap this turkey. It's completely thawed. You want to make sure you have a fully thawed turkey when you're going ahead and frying. You want to make sure the liquids aren't in there. So we're going to go ahead and completely thaw our turkey. One of the things that's not going to do any good for us is this done meter over here, Bill. This thing right here, absolutely useless. Out it goes. And then this little plastic piece
What's wrong
down
with
here.
using that, though?
Well, we're going to fry the turkey, so we're just going to go ahead. It's paraffin-based turkey timer, so if we're going to drop it in the fryer, well, that's not going to do us any good at all. All we're going to do is fry it. It's made out of plastic, and I'm always afraid to fry plastic up. All it does is do its thing. This little thing down here that holds the legs in, well, that's not going to do us any good either. So we'll get in there and take it out. That's it right there. Out it goes. Enough of that.
Is that biodegradable?
It is biodegradable. At least it says in the package it is. First thing we need to do is to go ahead and get our turkey injected. So I'm going to fold these wings back here to give me a good solid platform to hold on to. I'm going to make a real simple injection. Cajun frying turkey is a Cajun influence. So we're going to make a real quick, easy injection. It's going to involve butter. Butter is always good to use as an injection, Bill. And then we're going to use some Texas Pete buffalo wing sauce. And I use the buffalo wing sauce because it's Texas Pete with butter flavor already in it. Of course, we know we like to have the butter. So I got we're going to do equal parts. I have about a half a cup of butter right here. I'm going to put in about a half a cup of Texas Pete wing sauce. And the original recipe that I had, that I took this from, used white Zinfandel. And certainly white Zinfandel is good to use. But if you're doing this in bulk or doing a lot of it, you certainly don't want to invest in a lot of white Zinfandel. So I'm going to use 100% white grape juice. We're going to put about a half a cup of that into. Take our injector, kind of stir it around a little bit. You can use a spoon or a fork or anything along those lines.
So as we start dunking this thing in the fryer, injections and brines and things are fine for that?
Yeah, I don't like to brine turkeys that I'm going to fry, only because you're adding more liquid to it, and liquid makes the moisture pop out of there and makes that fryer kind of unstable. Most of the turkeys these days that come out of the supermarket have already been injected with a solution. They've already have a partial part of a solution in them. Take out your turkey guts. Those aren't any good for us at all. Make sure your turkey's clean. This little thing right here is called a Pope's nose. Pope's nose is no good to us either. That goes to the birds as well. One of the secrets to injecting a turkey is to make sure that when you're doing the breast, instead of doing it from the outside, do it from the inside. It's a whole lot easier and a whole lot better to inject the turkey from the inside. So we'll just go ahead and pop it up, and that's kind of like a trick of the trade there, Bill. That way you're not piercing the outside of the bird. You're piercing the inside of the bird, and that's helping keep the juices in. The skin will help keep the juices in. And we'll go ahead and kind of do it in a pattern, kind of every 1/4 inch or so. Now we're not going to be able to do that with the thighs as easily because you can't get up in there. But I just kind of go up through the breast here and shoot it, and you can see as I'm shooting it, it's inflating that breast cavity pretty good. Watch what it does. Oh, there it goes. See that? So I shoot as much as I can in there. See, kind of filling up that cavity. This is a great way to inject just about any kind of a poultry. Really works well.
And those injectors that come with
yeah, these come with any injection that you buy. Tony Chachereapos has one. And you can.
How do you say that?
Tony Chachereapos. That's the seasoning.
It's not cashier.
Chachereapos, whatever you want to say. But notice that I'm always staying under the skin here, Bill. I'm not getting into piercing the skin until I get to the thighs. And even the thighs, I'm going to kind of try to do that from the inside of the bird. Just going to get all that injection in there that I can. Fill it up good.
And we talked about as far as sustainability, and do you worry much about local or organic turkeys? I mean, is the price just not right?
Certainly, if you can get a local or organic turkey, I would recommend that you get one, but they are expensive. There's no doubt about that. Will you get a better product? Probably. I definitely enjoy having organic turkeys, free range. You get a better flavor out of them, that's for sure. They taste more like turkey than they do anything else. So we're going to have to go ahead and inject these legs a little bit from the top. Not a big deal. Turkey legs is obviously the dark meat. It's a little more forgiving. We're going to get the whole cup and a half into the bird if we can. We'll just keep on working until we get it all in there. And that hot sauce and that butter is going to make an excellent flavor in this bird. Trust me. You might think that the heat would come through. It won't.
Now, as you usually do Thanksgiving dinner, you get elaborate, right? What do you do for Thanksgiving?
I do all kinds of things. I do the Smo-Fried Turkey on occasion. I enjoy working with turkey breasts, and I will do I would be one that would do maybe the ostrich eggs and do a lot of those, or a turkey breast that you could debone and stuff with some sausage and then wrap the skin back around it and smoke it. Those are all good ideas. And we're going to go ahead and make sure we're using the Tony's Cajun seasoning. Make sure you get up underneath the skin real good, because, well, we want to season the turkey, not just the skin. So you pull that back real good. Everything's going to be hunky-dory. It's all going to go back down on there. You can push these legs through and the thighs and get on down in there. Pop yourself a bunch of seasoning, as much as you can in there. Rub on down in there. There's no reason why you can't rub on down in there, that's for sure. And then bring it all back together again. Same with this side. You don't have to worry much about the turkey being harmed. It's already dead.
No turkeys were harmed in the making of this episode of Great TV.
In the making of this particular show. See how I can get all down in there? And then you bring this all back together again.
Do you got to truss it? No, you're doing, what do you call that?
We're gonna mount it onto the frying implement, and this is just about ready to get the cavity good and done. We'll rub on the outside too, because, well, outside of this, that skin will come up real nice when the frying comes around. So we'll get it all rubbed up.
You said that was a small turkey, but that's nice. That's a nice looking bird.
Yeah, it's about a 10-pound bird. I don't like to do big turkeys. I like to do, if I'm going to do a 20 pounds, or if I need 20 pounds of turkey to go ahead and feed the family, I'd rather do 2 small ones than 1 big one, because you can do a lot more with it. You can change the turkey around a little bit, make something a little different, make 2 different kinds, whatever it is that you want to do.
And looks like you're putting a ton of seasoning on that, but there's a lot of meat there, one, and then this other thing is, when you drop that in the oil, some of that's going to wash off.
Some of that's going to wash off, yeah. So that's basically a injected and rubbed turkey. What did it take us, Bill? 2, 3, 4 minutes to prep it up and get it done?
Looks like it's good to go.
It's good to go. We're going to go ahead and mount this on the mounting bracket, and then we'll take it right to the smoker as soon as our coals get ready. And the reason that we're going to put it on the rack to begin with is because we don't want to have to deal with the turkey when it's hot. So it's always better to just go ahead and hook it up just like this. And then I'm going to kind of make it so that it kind of holds on to that hook up top up there too. So it stands up on the rack well. So we're just trussing.
Smoke's going to get in there anyway, but
sure,
we want it to be safe when we eventually put it in the oil.
Yep. Wrap it around there a bunch of times, just to make sure that we're holding it up. And then back down through. So more or less, if you were to kind of make this a comparison, Bill, it would be kind of like having, I don't know, would it be beer can turkey? I guess maybe.
It starts cooking that way. We're gonna expedite the process by dunking it in some oil.
Yeah, we're going to make sure that we're in good shape all around. Like I said, it's getting there. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pull these wings in one more time to make sure that everything stays kind of in a ball.
So we'll take this about 2 hours or so on the smoker. It's not going to be totally done, but it'll get some of the smoke, and then we'll be ready for a dunk in the oil.
That's right. That's the idea.
All right, charcoal's ready.
Charcoal's ready. Let's get it to the smoker. We have the pan in the cooker. Then all we're going to do is transfer this right on over. And you can see that it is safe in there. It's looking pretty good. We're going to put the lid on it. We're going to start counting right now, right about 2 hours. Now we're going to generate a little bit of smoke. We're going to use a little bit of these hickory chips right here. We're going to throw those in. They've been well kind of toss them right in there like that. Close up the door and let them go. Oh, that's going to be good, Bill. We want to make sure that when we drop the turkey in there, that we don't get a whole lot of bubble up coming out. I think we got enough space between the top of the pot and the oil to make sure. But just to be sure, we're going to go ahead and turn this flame down. In fact, we're going to turn it off. Bring it on over to the fryer. Slowly drop it in. Now that bird is going to take a lot of the heat right out of the equation. So we're going to want to make sure we start our fryer right back up again, but we're going to let that water boil out of there just a little bit before we do that. We want to make sure we keep good track of our oil because we don't want to burn the oil. We want to be able to use it again, so we don't want it to get too hot. So the oil right now is sitting right about 300 degrees. That's good. We got our fire going back up under it again. All that good heat and good oil will be in there, giving it a nice moist flavor to our breasts and to our legs and thighs. This is going to be a fantastic bird when we're done with it. We'll let it drain real good, and we'll move it over to a pan. And that, sir, is a Smo-Fried turkey. Smoked for about 2 hours, fried for about 10 minutes. We've taken the turkey out of the oil, we've let it rest a little bit. I think it's time we go ahead and cut it up. I like to go ahead and start by taking off the saddle, what I call the saddle.
I mean, at this point, what are you looking for? We want the internal temperature. The rest of it is just, for lack of a better term, gravy. Because look at that.
We'll go ahead and take the saddle off, which is the wings and the legs, because
Nice.
I want some of that breast meat, Bill. I'll go ahead and break this down just a little bit more.
You can smell the smoke.
We'll take off the wings.
It's clearly crispy
Clearly crispy.
and still very hot. Look at that.
There's a good looking wing right there.
That's it, smoke-fried turkey. Smoke for 2 hours. Turned on the fire. We were careful with everything when we were
Safety first, right?
putting in or taking out or checking temperature. And now it's time for the spoils.
We are going to be spoiled right here. I can see it already. Let's go ahead and get that wing disconnected off of there. Put those over here in our wing and leg pile.
So the one huge benefit of frying this thing is it's going to be about as succulent as you can get.
Absolutely.
Inside.
And the skin is just as crispy here.
And you can see there's a layer of
Try
smoke,
some of that.
not only on the skin, but
Skin is fantastic.
crispy, smoky.
Look how juicy that is still, Bill.
All the extra fat has rendered out. And you can see, I'll be careful here, you can see some of the hot sauce butter mixture inside.
And that's turkey breast right there that you normally see on Thanksgiving Day, just as dry as a bone. Look how juicy that is. It's tremendous.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Perfect.
That is absolutely, positively perfect. Smo-fried turkey. You can still taste the smoke in it. The injection is all the way through it. It's fried to a nice, awesome temperature. I can't think of any better way to celebrate Thanksgiving than smo-fried turkey.
If you like what you see, make sure you comment, subscribe, or rate this episode, and reach out to us. Send us great plates at greattv.com.
Absolutely fantastic. Make sure you buy local, think global, stay sustainable, and every chance you get, hug your mom. It's probably
Just right.